Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Love Ashay back at you with another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up and leave your girl a comment down below. So let's go ahead and get into this collective message, okay? Okay, part 3, 4, 5. All right. So we have here collective healing mass awareness. Now, we were talking about eclipse energy, eclipse season that we've been in, where it's been a lot of shit going on for everybody. Okay, this September has been the month of hell. Okay, let's call it what it is. It's been the month of hell. It's been like, if it ain't one thing, it's another kind of month, you know? And we were talking about in the previous reading about unfulfillment in relationships and exposed truths being revealed. And what this brings to my awareness is the exposed truth that is being revealed is not just something that's happening on the physical level in our physical relationships. This is something as well that's happening on a spiritual level. So it's above, you know how people say it's above me. It's above me. This is something that's happening on a global level, on a spiritual level. So there's some type of exposed truth that the powers that be, okay, don't want to be revealed as well. So there's going to be a lot of distractions. Because we got collective healing and mass awareness. They don't want the collective healing. They don't want the masses to be aware of something. They don't want us to be aware of something. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card for this. Collective healing, mass awareness. Something is coming out. It's like, what I'm hearing is whatever this is, they can't stop it from coming out. But what they can do is create illusions around it. They can distract the public, the collective with this and that going on and this going on to make it to where the blow isn't so heavy. The impact isn't, I'm just hearing mental distractions. Or they can try to like declare it as misinformation. They're going to say that something is, this is misinformation. Okay, let's pull a card. Let's see. Oh my God, y'all, I'm finna flip out of this seat, y'all. What does this card say, family? Whistleblower protected. What the freak did we just talk about in our last reading, family? I'm telling you, y'all, something fishy is going on. I can feel it. I knew it. It says whistleblower, protected. Protect those speaking out about corruption, insiders, reveal hidden information. Let's just let that breathe for a second. I'm telling y'all. But the fact that whistleblower is protected, it goes back into the message that we just did about Spirit saying you are protected. And then also the other reading was talking about someone wants to silence you. Someone wants to, oh, hold on, y'all. Look, y'all. Y'all, look, they trying to stop my live. Hold on. Okay. Trying to turn my light. Trying to stop the video. And trying to stop the video. Okay. But this is somebody who is courageous enough to speak out. But there is spiritual protection in place for this person. So yeah, there's some type of information. There's some type of information that's coming out. Okay, some type of hidden information. And I know, y'all, I know, you know, what's going on in the world right now. It's like so much stuff is already out. So much stuff is already being revealed. But I implore you to look past the smoke. Okay, look past the smoke, you guys. So like there's this resistance and it's coming from people who benefit from keeping something a secret, from keeping control over something. But they can't stop this truth from coming out. But again, they can create some type of distraction. They can create confusion. They can't try to label this as misinformation or like dilute the impact in some way. Bottom of the deck energy. Oh my God. Look at that, y'all. They don't want the public's attention on this. They don't want the public's attention on this. Bottom of the deck energy. Whatever this whistleblower here is going to speak out about some type of corrupt system, some type of corporation, some type of revealing some type of hidden information. Because they're like, we need to. This whistleblower is like, and I'm saying we, so this could be like a group of whistleblowers. Like they've all gotten together in a group to say, you know what, we're going to put it out there, okay? But it's like, we need to wake the people up. We need to spread this information. We need to spread this. We need to get this information out here. Okay? Okay. I know, right, Kayla? We have a lot of spiritual informants here on the ground. Messages will be delivered. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. So whistleblower, protected. Protects those who speak out about corporation. So they're protected. This information is coming out. Let's see what else is coming through. What else is coming through about this? Spirit, what else does the collective need to know for the highest and greatest good? Okay. All right. So we have, this is actually meant to help people. Yeah. Whatever this is actually meant to help people. Whatever this is actually meant to, what the bottom of the deck? Okay, bottom of the deck says training the public. People are being taught to accept new limits. Interesting. So whatever this is actually meant to come forward again for collective healing, mass awareness. And that's why they're protected. Whoever this is or this group of people, that's why they're protected, because they actually have good intentions. For spreading this for this information, for trying to wake the people up, they actually have good intentions. This whistleblower may be someone publicly that maybe we have canceled. That maybe we're like, oh, we don't fuck with him. We don't fuck with her. This whistleblower could have been someone who originally, collectively, spiritually, we may have thought something was off with this person. We may have not liked their delivery. We may have not liked their beliefs in some way. There's something here about spirit saying, listen to the message. Don't focus on the messenger with this. Because if you focus on the messenger, then you might miss the message. And maybe, just maybe, whoever this person is, in the past, they may not have had our highest and greatest good in mind. But maybe this time, just maybe, they are really trying to help people. And I feel like that may be something that's hard for us to wrap our mind around. I don't know who this is. Okay, we'll see how this works, how it comes out. But whoever this is, they're actually trying to help. They're actually trying to help people. All right, what else? What else, Spirit? What else? A couple of more cards with this. Okay, a couple of more cards with this. They're actually meant to help people, this whistleblower. Okay. Well, y'all didn't see that. So I'm going to reshuffle it. All right. What else, Spirit? Okay. What else? This card came out. Okay. Well, it didn't fall into the bowl. All right, Spirit. What else is going on with this energy here? All right. There we go. All right. So we have using repetition, rewards and punishments to get you used to the rules. Using repetition, rewards, and punishment to get you used to the rules. Bottom of the deck, we have rights erosion, freedoms are being chipped away little by little. Rights erosion. Our freedoms being chipped away little by little. And they're saying that they're using some type of repetition, reward system, and punishments to get you used to the rules. So this is about a subtle way that systems are manipulating people. So this is incremental, okay? This is not obvious oppression, okay? This is not obvious oppression, all right? People's freedoms are being chipped away gradually. And society is being trained to accept some type of limit without noticing. Yeah, trying to groom you into it, right? Yeah, that's a good one. And that's exactly why the whistleblowers here somebody's being activated. I heard somebody's being activated. Spirit was waiting for the right time. They let this person think they got all of this attention. They let this person think they got all of this, this audience. They got all of this fame and this notoriety and this following, and they have this attention on them. They let them think it's by their own merit. And they've been letting this person kind of do what they want to do, waiting for the right moment to activate this person, to awaken the collective. They had to let the powers that be think this person was on their side. They had to let a certain group of people believe that this person wasn't a threat to the system. But this person is about to be awakened or activated. This person is, I just heard awaken. So this person has privately probably went through some type of spiritual awakening and they're coming back out. And they're a whistleblower now. They're going to reveal some kind of pattern. They're going to reveal some type of method. They're going to reveal some type of manipulation so the collective can see it, so that the collective can understand it. To start to reclaim awareness and power. So basically, Spirit is saying the collective is being guided to notice the subtle erosion of freedoms, of small controls, and the normalized rules, okay, that shape behaviors. And these whistleblowers are the catalysts for this. They're the ones who bring the hidden mechanisms into the light so that people can wake up and act consciously. A lot of people are acting unconsciously right now. And this whistleblower is like, hey, wake up, pay attention. Pay attention to this. Using repetition, rewards, and punishment to get you used to the rules. Now, see, what I just heard was the system, the powers that be, whatever, they're going to try to threaten this person like, yeah, we're going to take your power away from you. We're going to take your success. We're going to take your seat at the table away. We're going to get you canceled. We're going to spread lies about you. We're going to ruin your reputation. If you come out with this, if you speak out on this, if you reveal this hidden information, we're going to destroy your image. We're going to destroy your name in some way. So what is repetition, right? Repetition is when you do the same thing over and over and over and over. And when you do the same thing over and over and over, repetition, it makes it what? It makes it normal. And when something is normal, then people don't question things that are normal, right? You don't question it because it's normal. You just wake up and you brush your teeth and you wash your face, right? Right? It's normal. That's what you're supposed to do. And a reward is positive reinforcement rather, that keeps people compliant, that keeps people conditioned to act in a way that serves this system. And a punishment for this will be negative consequences. And these negative consequences are going to discourage resistance. They're going to keep fear. They're going to use fear to keep people in line. So you start accepting the rules. You start accepting these things as natural. Even if they feel restrictive, you start accepting these things as natural. But that's why the whistleblowers, whatever is coming through here, is so amazing, because they're going to shine a light on this conditioning in some way. Okay. This could have something to do with social media or somebody who's on social media here. I'm getting that vibe with rewards, punishment, okay? Because I'm also hearing platform. This person has a platform. This is not a regular Joe, okay? No offense to Joe, all right? But this is like somebody who has a platform, somebody who has something to lose. And they're being activated. They're being awakened, okay? They're going through some type of huge spiritual awakening. I can't put my finger on it, but they're going through some type of huge awakening where right now this whistleblower is scared. They're scared they're going to lose it all. Whoever this is, they're scared they're going to lose it all. But at the same time, the reward, it's like they're weighing the reward and the punishment. The punishment, I lose my platform. My name gets ruined. People probably don't even take this seriously. People don't listen to me. People don't act on it. But the reward is collective healing and mass awareness. So it's a battle. This person is currently at a point where they're battling. Well, what do I do with this information? Very human, right? They risk losing credibility. They risk, getting backlash. And the punishment, I feel like is personal or professional consequences, But the reward, again, is collective awakening. It's real spiritual impact, real social impact. So do you protect yourself or do you risk it all to serve the greater good? Damn. And this is why I feel like they're being activated right now. Because the courage that this person is going to have ripple effects way beyond what they can see. But I feel like this person is divinely supported, and their truth is going to spark real healing and awareness in the collective. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Okay. What else? Okay. So we have full system reset. A major structure is being torn down and rebuilt. I just saw the Tower card. Okay. I feel like this is what could possibly happen if this person speaks out. That they don't want. They don't want this full system reset. They don't want this full system reset. But again, like I said, y'all, when I saw this whistleblower energy, this feels like a group of people. Because Spirit didn't kind of want to put it all on one person. This is so much to bear. This is like a heavy cross. And so because we are, spiritual beings, we're also having a human experience. This is too much for one human to bear, But there's a collapse of this old structure happening. Especially because, like I said, I saw the Tower, okay? So this could feel chaotic, okay? This could feel scary, but I feel like it's what's necessary for rebuilding right now, okay? This shakeup is really meant to clear corruption. It's meant to reset the rules and create a space for collective healing and for collective awareness in some way. All right. I want to see if we could pick up on what corporation, maybe. I don't know if that'll come through, but we could try. What corporation? What group of people benefit from this? What's their agenda? Why are they fighting so hard to keep this private? Okay? Keep wanting to keep this a secret? Why? Who, why? Bottom of the deck energy, we have hidden ritual. The timing, symbols, or language used suggest a spiritual purpose. So this is a hidden group that utilizes the occult. So we have limiting access to knowledge, natural healing, or truth-seeking communities. So this is their agenda. And they utilize rituals, okay? This group of people utilizes rituals. They could have even utilized the eclipse in some way to limit our access. So this could be an ongoing thing where they've limited our access to knowledge. Again, why the whistleblower is coming through here. Natural healing. And again, we were talking about health and things like that. And truth-seeking community. They want to limit access to knowledge, natural healing, or truth-seeking communities. They want to limit that. That's their thing. They want to limit that. Trying to get to the bottom of it, y'all. Limit access to knowledge, natural healing, truth-seeking communities. So they use symbols, they use rituals, align with certain celestial events to manipulate outcomes. So they're deliberately blocking the discovering of truths about natural healing, about spirituality, or just any type of empowering information to the collective. And by keeping this information a secret, they control not just resources, but they're trying to control consciousness itself. They're trying to control what people believe. They're trying to control what people know. And if they can control what people believe and what people know, then they can do what? They can control what people do. Right? So again, this whistleblower, this group of people is working directly, threatening this group's agenda. What are they going to do? So this full system, I want to know, who is this system of people? Who's behind this? Because even in this reading, I feel like this person could be, or this group of people could be someone who pretends to do this exact thing. They pretend to give knowledge. They pretend to give some type of healing. They pretend to advocate for truth seeking in some way. Okay. Spirit, what else do we need to know? An unexpected result is coming from this action. An unexpected result is coming from this action. From this action. An unexpected result is coming from this action. Unexpected. Okay. Okay. Power consolidation. One person, group, or office is taking more control than before. So again, like I said, this is a group, or this could be a person or office. Somebody is taking more power or control. They're saying, like, we're here to help, we're here to teach, we're here to share the truth, but like, it's a mask, it's fake. And they're using rituals, they're using manipulation and control of knowledge to maintain and expand their power, to expand their knowledge. And the unexpected result here, this is really key, y'all. Because I feel like this speaks to that despite their careful planning, this whistleblower's information, this whistleblower's revelation is going to trigger consequences that they did not foresee. And so their consolidation, their power consolidation here might actually accelerate exposure instead of suppressing it. So they're trying to do something to limit knowledge, limit access, do certain rituals and things like that, right? The elites, these people in high places. But, ooh, okay, that makes sense. Y'all know how they always talk about be careful with, some people believe in being careful of like doing certain kind of magic and doing certain, doing some type of magic and things like that under the eclipse season, because they talk about the eclipse season just being very unpredictable, the energy just being very chaotic, like they talk about eclipse season not really being good for manifesting, and you can look it up. And I feel like there was something done in the month of September during eclipse season where they were trying to do some type of ritual, and it's going to backfire on them. It actually backfired on them. I feel like it's backfiring on them. And whatever ritual they did in eclipse season in September was meant to consolidate power or to limit collective awareness. But because of the timing and the way the eclipse worked, the energy backfired. And the very forces they tried to like manipulate, okay, the very people they tried to manipulate are now creating some type of unexpected result. Okay, the very entities, energies, whatever you want to call it, okay, whatever rituals they were doing, it's trying to manipulate. Now they have some type of unexpected result coming from it. And Spirit seems to be showing that like the whistleblower's revelation and the collective awakening is a part of this backfire. That's the backfire. I'm sorry, y'all. That's the backfire. The backfire is the whistleblower. That's why the whistleblower is protected, because you did this to yourself. Oh, Lord. The chaotic energy of the eclipse may have really amplified the ripple effect of the truth coming out instead of it strengthening their control. Ain't that funny? Oh, my God. They didn't accidentally trigger a full system reset. Okay. They didn't, right? Rebecca says they didn't activate it the 144,000. You ain't never lied. See? You fuck around, you find out. Okay? Whatever's done in the dark gonna come to light. All that done in the dark is being brought. I just said that. Justice will be served. Yes. They didn't accidentally trigger the full system reset. Okay? I feel like this eclipse energy acted like a magnifier. It acted like a magnifier for truth. It acted like... The structure is the church. We all gonna be living in love, light, and unity. Period. All right. Let's see here. Let's get a clarifier for full system reset. And I need to close out, y'all. This reading is just so juicy, but I need to close out. Okay, full system reset. Okay, this card didn't come out, but I want to show you guys. It says making people dependent on systems. It didn't fall out, but Spirit did want me to make it clear. Making people dependent on systems. Okay. So this structure, this previous structure, okay, which is why a full system reset was making people depend on the system. Okay. And that's why there's this full system reset that's happening. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a clarifier for full system reset. All right. So bottom of the deck, y'all. Oh, Bottom of the deck, y'all. It says shadow ally, wealthy donors, corporations, or foreign interests who stay out of the spotlight. Shallow allies. Like I said, y'all, their energy feels very like ghosty, hidden. But there's wealthy donors, corporations, foreign interests who are limiting access to knowledge, natural healing, truth seeking. Let's see what we got here. So this card is going to represent a full system reset. Wrong is being made to look right. This shifts public thinking so harmful feels normal. Wrong is being made to look right. This shifts public thinking so harmful feels normal. Okay, and this came out as a full system reset. So, a major structure is being torn down and rebuilt. A structure that wants people to be dependent on them. A structure that wants people to be dependent on them so bad that they're making wrongs look right because they want to shift the public's thinking so that harmful starts to feel normal for them. Okay. So again, the previous structure intentionally kept people reliant on institutions, on certain rules, or frameworks. Okay. That limited the self, that limited knowledge and spiritual empowerment. Okay. And I feel like that's why the reset is necessary, because the reset is about dismantling this system that's built on dependency. Okay. This is just not sitting. Let's pull this back out. Okay. Shadow ally. This is really sitting with me. This one gave me the goosebumps right here. Okay. So these are the ones who are quietly maintaining the control. These people are staying behind the scenes. Secretive. Manipulative. But with wrongs being made to look right, I feel like this explains why the system was effective. They normalize harmful practices. They normalize controlling structures. They normalize lies to shift public opinion so that collectively we started to accept dysfunction as the new standard. So the full reset is essentially the universe, the collective consciousness, tearing down a corrupt, manipulative structure. I want to know, because we have shadow allies here. We're going to put y'all on the board. These are people who stay out of the spotlight. And then again, that makes sense here with power consolidation. One group, one person, or office is taking more control than before. Okay. Why are they working so hard? Because I feel like it's more than just limiting access to knowledge and natural healing, truth seeking. That's only one layer of it, right? The collective healing. That's only one layer to it. Let's see what's the other layer to this. There's another layer to why they're doing this. Okay. I just heard a prophecy. Okay. The date or time was chosen for its energy. Secret tech rollout. New technology is being added without full public awareness. What the fuck? So again, this is deeper I ain't gonna lie, I'm speechless. So there's something that's coming out, and the date or time that they're picking for this secret tech rollout, it was a specific date that they're choosing intentionally. Again, these people are using rituals. Okay, they're doing spells and shit on the collective. New technology is being added without full public awareness. And it's powered by these wealthy donors, some corporation, foreign interests, people who stay out of the out of the spotlight here. They're trying to align their actions with some type of powerful, energetic window to maximize the outcome or maximize the influence of something. So some new technology is being introduced without full public awareness. So this means that the collective is being affected without consent, or the collective is being affected without understanding of something. And you combine that with their rituals, okay, and their manipulation. I feel like this could be a shift in perception. This could shift the behavior of the collective or even the consciousness. Yeah, they stay out of the spotlight, the sun, the devil energy, vampire rituals at nighttime. So this is not just a product launch, y'all. I don't feel like this is a product launch. Hey, this is coming out on October the 3rd. Whoop-de-doo. Ooh, y'all, speaking of, I feel like this is something that might come out around like Halloween time. That's what I just heard. This is something that might come out around Halloween time. And y'all know the energy for Halloween is crazy, okay? But they're using some type of specific energetic window. And the purpose of this seems to be to extend their control over the collective. So this could be like data. This could be tracking, limiting our access to some type of resource, changing information in some way, but again, I feel like just like the eclipse backfiring, whatever this rollout is, it's not going to work the way that they hoped it would work, though. It's not going to work. Because this spiritual awakening energy here with its whistleblowers are interfering with their control. So the truth about this technology could come out before it fully takes effect. But yeah, like I said, there's more to it than just limiting access to knowledge. Okay. Let's pull a tarot card on this. Tarot card on this. Okay. Let's pull a tarot card. All right, Spirit. Tell us more about the secret technology, the date or time chosen for its energy. What's going on with this? What information? Okay. So we have the High Priestess in reverse that fell out. Wow. And the High Priestess, can y'all see that on this card? If you don't know tarot, High Priestess represents secret, harm, hidden agenda, disconnection from intuition. There it is. So whatever this is meant to disconnect us from our intuition. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. Whatever this secret tech, in some kind of way, it's meant to disconnect us spiritually. Disconnect us spiritually in some way. It's meant to block the truth and kind of keep the collective unaware of what's really happening. And so I feel like if they want to block our ability to call bullshit, to sense the truth. But again, I feel like we ain't got to keep diving into that, what they're doing, because whatever it is, like I said, I really feel like it's not going to work. Whatever this shit is, it's not going to work. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Swords. This shit is like literally coming back onto them. It's not going to work. Look at that Magician. We got the Magician. And this card did kind of slip out in reverse, but we're going to leave it like this. We got the Magician and the High Priestess in reverse. So whatever magic they're doing, they're trying to do, whatever blocking from the truth, our intuition that they're trying to do, something is like blocking that. Because the Magician is about mastery, manifestation, skill, and being resourceful. And so this shows that whoever's behind this rollout, yeah, they got tools, they got knowledge, and they got the ability to kind of implement whatever this is. So yeah, they're deliberately being strategic, and they're capable, and they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. But whatever hidden agenda this is, or disconnection from the intuition they're trying to do, that knowledge and skill is being used to apply it in a way that blocks discernment and that manipulates the public's perception in some way. But I also feel like whatever they're doing with the Magician coming out in reverse, this is the whistleblower. This is like, we're stronger than that. Okay? Healers, light workers, whatever, right? Yeah, causing delusion. But the whistleblowers, the healers, the light workers, they're embodying the true magician energy here. Okay? I really feel like that. And so their presence, let me put this down. Their presence here, the whistleblowers, the healers, light workers, their presence is going to negate or disrupt the manipulative energy. Because true power comes from awareness and intention, the magician, not from secrecy. Okay? Not from selfishness, not from shallowness, okay? Not from hidden agendas. So energetically, this is like a tug of war kind of, you know? The manipulators, they can plan, they can strategize, they can coordinate, they can do whatever they got to do, but the collective awakening and the spiritual alignment of those who are attuned to truth is strong, okay? So they won't be hollering victory, okay? All right, one final card about this. And I'm going to close out. This sets off a bigger shift. Exactly. This is just the beginning. Shit's finna crank up, y'all. Shit's finna crank up for real. This is just the beginning of an even bigger shift. This is just the beginning, y'all. Like things, it can't be stopped. This is literally the spark that's going to set everything into motion. Okay? Wow. Yeah, the revolution is here. Wow, look at this card. This card came out, y'all. I know I said it was the loud one, but I mean the last one, but look at that. I have to show y'all. It says hidden data grab. They are quietly collecting personal information. Data may be used for future control. Didn't we say that earlier? Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here. Okay. Starting to get the heebie-jeebies. Starting to get the heebie-jeebies, okay? The big takeover. What a time to be alive. I know, right? I do want to pull a card, and I want to see what's happening on the other side of this, okay? We're going to pull from this Ascension Oracle. Feel guided to pull from this deck since we are talking about ascending collectively. So let's go ahead and pull from the Ascension Oracle and see. Okay. Oh. Bottom of the deck is foundations. Okay. And we have reflective mirrors. Wow. That's so beautiful too. Let's go ahead and read that one from the book and see the final message that we need to know. It says, your life is a mirror. Life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are. There are opportunities to better know yourself through the many mirrors of self-reflection. Pay attention to the different mirrors around you. What do they help you to see within yourself? Do you hold judgment or resentment, or perhaps get emotionally charged by the experiences of some of the mirrors around you? What shadows are these mirrors bringing up? Mirrors can reveal the parts within that are the most in need of compassion and love. These hidden parts most often stay locked in the deepest parts of ourself. Through acceptance and self-love, this energy can be transmuted into light. As challenging as some mirrors can be, see each reflective experience as a wonderful opportunity to grow. With greater awareness and clarity, watch your world slowly transform into heaven on earth. By viewing each mirror with gratitude and love, every experience becomes beautiful reflections of light. Wow. So, for me, this energy here to close out is very grounding, and 29 equals 11, which is the angel number 11, right? 1111. So that could be a number that we're seeing a lot, angel number 1111, or 11. This could be something taking place on the 29th of October, the 29th of September, February the 9th, but yeah, with foundations here at the bottom of the deck, this is the core of everything, right? The structure that we build, the beliefs that we hold, the inner alignment that kind of supports both our personal and our collective evolution. And I feel like it's saying that every external challenge, every manipulation, every backfire, it's a mirror for our own consciousness in some way. And so it's kind of inviting the collective to reflect, to be discerning, and to see what parts of ourselves need healing, acceptance, and love. And so I guess in the context of this reading, the whistleblower and these revelations and things, they aren't just about exposing the corrupt system, exposing even though that's fun as fuck. I'm happy to see it, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. They're also a mirror for the collective, showing us where we may have been unconscious, where we have been complacent, where we have been unaware, right? And I feel like through self-reflection and spiritual awareness, we can transform whatever chaos into light. And so, yeah, I feel like things are cranking up, y'all. And I feel like big shifts are happening, but I feel like every experience is also an opportunity for like inner transformation. And by engaging with these mirrors, by literally walking in front of the mirror, looking in the mirror, I feel like the collective won't just survive this shift, I feel like the collective, again, there's going to be a massive awakening of clarity, of wisdom, and compassion. And that's why these cards here just give me compassion. Like, the light in you sees the light in me. And that we are connected. So this is us coming together. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last on earth. Earth is evil's playground shifting. Wow. The outside goes inside, and the inside comes out. As above, so below. Wow. Thank y'all so much for sharing space with me. This has been a crazy reading, y'all. I did not expect to get on here with this message, but it's in divine timing. My books are available. If you guys want to get in a book and book a private reading with me, you have the free will to do so. As well as if you want to join us over on Patreon. I think what I'm going to do right now, if you are a part of the Sacred Collective over on Patreon, we're going to be doing a candle. We're going to be doing a candle for this energy. We're going to talk about a ritual that we need to do to balance the scales with this. So if you are part of the Sacred Collective family, join me there. We're going to be now moving into, doing some type of healing work, protective work, whatever kind of comes out. All right. If you want to join us on Patreon. The information is down below. Yeah.